Hello, my name is Sam, and welcome to another video talking about Tapforms 5 for iOS and Mac. Today, we're actually on the iPad again. We're going to work on a request from Jessica. This is going to be a two-parter because what she wants to do is make an inventory of her craft supplies, scan some barcodes, and then use that to integrate some data. Brendan's suggestion here is, and she's also checked out my video, Brendan's suggestion here is the built into Tapforms for iOS is, of course, the native barcode scanning feature. It is, of course, my favorite feature for being able to find stuff because it allows you to search. That global search page allows you to search everywhere. And then there's the barcode option, which means that anywhere in your document on iOS, you can use the barcode scanner to find what you need. Really cool. To get started with, we're actually going to build a sample form because Jessica's got this use case where she wants to be able to have a field decrease a value. So if she says that she's got 10 skeins of pink yarn, make 2 hats, which is a skein each, then can the app drop that value down to 8? So we're going to figure out how we do that. And that'll be 2, maybe 3 videos once we get this all sorted. So let's get started. We're back in our YouTube document that we've been using here for YouTube. We're going to add a new form. We're going to call it, actually, what we want to do is actually add a new category, and we're going to call it yarn. Hit done on that, and we're going to put this in the yarn category, and we're going to call it yarn balls. Yarn. Okay, field title, name, and we're going to do one more for quantity. It's going to be a number field, quantity, and we're going to add a table field for this. Now, what we're going to do here, so we've got the number of yarn balls, we've got our quantity. Then we're going to add a table. And what this table is going to be is a transaction log. And inside that, we're going to store when we added or removed things. And the idea here is that we want to track when things change. Description. iOS helped me, and then I didn't let it help me. So that we can do a number. And we'll do one more number, which is rolling total. Okay. And this will let us know when we link stuff together. Okay, so we're gonna yarn balls, and then we're gonna create another thing called products. Product name. Let's go back to yarn balls and actually change the title here to yarn ball name. Product name, and we're going to add a table here, and this one's going to be bill of materials, and inside of it can we do a text field, I guess, and we're going to call it ball name to line up with the ball name field in our other entry, and we're going to call another one for quantity, and I think ball quantity, I think that'll be it. If we had the ability to link to field, I think that'd be cool from here, but I don't think we can do that because we did table field. If we modeled this as a link to form field, created another form for it. We could absolutely use do another link out to the yarn balls. Maybe we'll do that. You know what? Let's get rid of this. BOM entries, bill of material entries. Actually, we're going to change this to be link to form. Do we want a link to form? Actually, what we want is a link from form. I don't think. Okay, that's a bug. We shouldn't be able to edit that because cancel, delete. What we need to do. So these are going to be the entries for our yarn balls. So I'm going to add a link to field from the yarn ball. It'll be a one-to-many relationship. Actually, we need and it needs to be a one-to-many relationship. And we're going to link to the bill of materials. We're going to show the inverse entry on that form so that we don't care about any of those settings. So that what will happen is inside of our bill of materials, we'll get this yarn ball link, and then we can create a number field for quantity, and then inside of products, we can add another link to field. Link to form, and we're going to link to the bill of materials entries. This is also going to be a many-to-many, and we'll show inverse relationship here as well. And then on our yarn balls, what we are going to do is hide this field because wait, where's that option? Boo, there's no hide option on iOS. Okay, that's fine. On the desktop, you can hide the field. For some reason, on iOS, we can't. But basically, what this means is that let's jump back to the example we have here of 10 skeins of yarn, 2 hats, which takes 1 skein each. I'm going to assume that quantity is always in the same unit, just to make things simpler. If we have a mismatch of units, that makes this a little hard. But if we assume a flat entry, so we'll do a hat and pink hat. Pink hat, and then for our bill of materials, we're going to create a new entry. We're going to link to the yarn ball, and we're going to take 1. Ball name is pink yarn. Okay, do that. That becomes that. Okay. So we have our pink hat as our product. When we look at the bill of materials, we have pink yarn. What we probably want to do here is let's customize this form and make products at the bottom. Again, ideally we'd hide that, and then we can see that pink yarn 1. So when we're looking at that, and let's do one other change, which is in our field settings for quantity, what we can do is set it to display the title on the list view. What this will do is then change this list view to include, go back one more, quantity 1, so we know what that 1 means. So pink yarn is the name of the yarn, and then the quantity that we need for this pink hat is 1. Okay, so we've set up a basic structure. It's a little complicated because we've got the products that we're going to make. That links to the bill of material entries. And then the bill of material entries link over to the yarn balls that we have. We've got quantity as a fixed value here. Again, without adding units or having a consistent set of units, it becomes a little hard to do this. So we're just going to assume that there's a flat unit here, and I guess skein is the one. We have the yarn balls, which is sort of our available resources. Currently we have 0 yarn balls. So what we probably want to do here is start to model this like what a bank account looks like. So we're going to do a form of accounting where each time we set a value, we put an entry in the transaction log. So let's go create a script. Let's just hit run a script. No scripts, that's okay. We're going to create a brand new script. And we're going to call it set balance. Now what set balance is going to do is record.set field value. And there's a bug in the current version that makes it a little hard to see that, but that's okay. We just need the field ID for the rolling total to be actually cancel. Don't save that. Let's make sure yarn balls we're in the right one. Yeah, we are. Okay. We didn't want to run that. We wanted to edit it. Edit. Okay. Okay, so record.set field value to something useful. I'm gonna click on this, and field ID is going to be quantity. That starts quantity ID and 0, 10. Then document.save all changes, and we're just going to test that. So let's hit save on that and run that. Okay, show console log. Cannot find variable record because we didn't have a record selected. That would do it. Okay, set balance, run. Okay, quantity is now 10. Okay, so that worked. Let's go back and run a script. We're going to also add var translog equals record dot add new record to field, and that field is going to be our transaction log. And then, oops. Translog.set field value. We're going to need to change rolling total. And we're going to need to change this bar. Is very annoying. New in iOS, but still annoying. Rolling total, description, and amount. Okay. Set field values, which will accept an array, and then we can do description ID balance reset to new balance. New balance, and we're going to set the balance to 10. Balance reset to new balance. Amount ID. Is new balance, and then rolling total ID gets reset to new balance. And let's hit save on that and run this script and see what errors we get. We can see our console log here. We didn't get any errors, so that's good. Let's hit save. And we can see that we added an entry here. Now that I'm thinking of this, I realize what we actually need in our transaction log is a date field. So we need to set the date to be, oops, wrong form. We want that in let's put you up over there. In the transaction log, table fields, add a new table field for, oops. Actually, we can just do date time. Oops, cancel. I don't want to delete the record, I just want to delete the thing. Set current date time, so that automatically when we create a new entry, it does that. Why is that important? Because we need a way of sorting. Oh, wait, did that do what I think it just offered to let me do? Customize form. I never realized you could long tap that. Oh, that is amazing. Okay, thank you, Apple. So we've got our entry here. Let's just delete this record. Yes. Delete. Go back. Did that delete the record? It did not appear to delete the record. Delete record. Delete the record. There we go. Okay, let's run a script. And set balance to 10. Okay, and we have a timestamp now at 1:37 p.m. That now means that we can sort this by customize form by the table fields. Sort. We want to sort not by the description but the timestamp descending. And that should mean that if we run a script, call it set balance again, we should get another entry and it should be sorted above it. Very good. Okay. So we're adding transaction entries, and the reason for this is so that we have a way of keeping track of things. Balance reset to 10. I can't delete this from here, can I? I have to go through here. Okay. Okie dokie. So we got that set. Now, one more thing before we get too far along is we're going to want to prompt for a value. Let's see if we have in our list snippets prompt for input, which we do. Prompter balance. Okay. So put that there. So when we're working with the prompter, it wants to use a callback function. So that callback function will be set balance and prompter balance. And the other aspect that Tapforms does is it leverages these shared global variables to communicate values back from the prompter. So we're going to create a new prompter. We're going to add new balance. It's going to be a text which we're going to coerce into so this is the variable name. This needs to match this one here, so we rename that from value1 to prompter balance. This is offering me to create a pop-up. I don't want to create a pop-up. And so we're going to set a balance for it. I'm going to open the prompter. And we're going to do if not continued, or actually just if not continued, return for, yeah. So continued is also a special variable that is set when the callback is called. That lets you know whether the person hit continue or cancel, essentially. So let's save that. Let's run this. Set the balance to 15. Hit continue on that. No errors. And actually, now that we come back, we can see that that's now set to 15. Sweet. I'm going to leave it here. That's sort of the start of getting our yarn ball set up, figuring how we do that, and showing you sort of roughly what we're going to do with this transaction log. The next video, we're going to dive a little deeper, and we're going to go the other way. We're going to go from our product and our bill of materials, and we're going to use that to automatically deduct from our yarn ball total here. And that'll be on the next video. So if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button, click the bell to make sure that you get notifications. If this video is useful to you, hit like so that you get more recommendations of my videos moving forward. If there's something you got a question about, leave a comment below, and I will see you on the next video.